should have been a clue that anyone that inspires that level of crazy probably shouldn't have gotten out of the dating phase.
Dwyane Wade caught cheating with a trans dancer at their own engagement anniversary. Gabrielle union exploded. DL rumors resurface. Naked boys at the Wade house. Is their marriage over? Full explosive to your head.
And they was busy fucking partying with the Martins. Then they switched over from the Martins to Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez. And then the fucking kiss happened on Hawthorne. Her show got canceled. Mark and Jennifer broke up.
Energy shifts in unexpected ways, rippling through lives like a beat drop in a dimly lit track. This isn't about their trans daughter. Nah, it's straight from the artist I just chopped it up with, who got pulled into a bash at their spot. Everything vibed smooth at first, until they hit the back rooms. A wild mix of young and old dudes, all stripped down bare in the Wade crib. Kinda wild how Gabrielle's out here side-eyeing Boozy, right? Maybe she's projecting, cause the real sketchy vibes are echoing.
All of this shit was going on. Like, all of these motherfuckers be doing all of this wild shit. They ain't doing as much, I guess, now because they getting older. I guess it just moved over to the Wade house.
Energy transfer.
From her own backyard. Gabrielle Union is said to be reaching a volcanic eruption point, her legendary poise fracturing under mounting pressure from those closest to the fire, with murmurs rippling through their tight-knit circle hinting that the once ironclad bond with Dwyane Wade could shatter like fragile glass after their milestone anniversary gathering detonated into utter mayhem. What began as an intimate champagne toast celebrating a dozen years of engagement, a milestone that should have radiated romance and unbreakable commitment, veered catastrophically off course, plunging into a vortex of betrayal when Gabrielle allegedly caught wind.
There's energy
and
transfers.
I'm not saying that because of their trans daughter. I'm saying that because of the artist that I just spoke to not that long ago that got invited to a party at their house. Everything was cool up front, so they went to the back and there was a bunch of old
Dwyane slipping away with a trans woman, a revelation that hit like a thunderclap in the midst of their supposed love fest. Insiders with front row seats to the unfolding saga describe this incident not as some isolated lapse in judgment or a fleeting moment of weakness under the haze of celebration, but as a glaring flare-up of deeply entrenched patterns, reigniting long-buried DL rumors that have shadowed Wade's public persona for years like persistent storm clouds refusing to dissipate.
And fucking young boys back there, all ass naked in the Wade house. So I find it funny that Gabrielle's sitting there talking shit about Boosie. Maybe you suspicious of him because of the shit that's happening in your house. Fuck out of here.
The very same whispers Gabrielle has fiercely batted away in high-profile interviews and press statements while quietly fortifying defenses behind closed doors to preserve their carefully curated family image. Now, with the weight of accumulated grievances pressing down like an unrelenting force, she's teetering on the precipice of her personal breaking point, shedding the glossy, airbrushed exterior that's defined her Hollywood tenure and embracing a raw
energy transfers. And I'm
not saying that because of their trans daughter. I'm saying that because of the artist that I just spoke to not that long ago that got invited to a party at their house. Everything was cool up front, so they went.
Unfiltered authenticity that signals the end of performative perfection. Off-the-record divorce speculations are already humming through elite gossip networks and trusted confidants, gaining traction with every passing hour. Those orbiting the couple, managers, longtime friends, even distant family associates.
Weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts this, there's always this like gorilla on your back that it is like, you better work.
Associates whisper convincingly that Gabrielle has exhausted her reserves of gracious tolerance, no longer willing to orchestrate those picture-perfect moments solely for the insatiable appetite of tabloid lenses and social media scrolls, and should she pivot to unleashing her unvarnished narrative in a tell-all interview, podcast bombshell.
We decided together, because I think I said one time when we was in Miami, I said something about it being my house that I paid for. My wife looked at me, she was like, you will never say that to me again when it's something that we share. And so my wife was like, that when we moved to LA, I got half on it.
or even a memoir sequel, Dwyane finds himself staring down a reputational abyss, from which recovery might prove impossible. This saga shows every sign of unraveling into a spectacularly ugly spectacle that spares no one. The sheer audacity of alleged infidelity unfolding at one's own engagement.
Like I said, when me and my wife looked at each other, right? And the reason we looked at each other is because of just, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first, I said to myself,
engagement anniversary party elevates the transgression to diabolical heights, a calculated betrayal laced with villainous flair that slices through Gabrielle's defenses like a precision blade, marking this as the unequivocal killing blow in a marriage long frayed at the edges. Contrast this grim reality with Dwyane's meticulously timed social media blitz, where he floods timelines with syrupy, heart emoji-laden snapshots of the pair locked in affectionate embraces, projecting an illusion of domestic bliss so seamless it borders on gaslighting for observers tuned into the undercurrents. Yet, those same insiders deliver a stark counter-narrative, peeling back the velvet curtain to reveal how their ostensibly subdued 12th engagement anniversary affair, marketed as a low-key affair amid their high-octane lives, ignited into a full-throttle celebrity bacchanal almost instantaneously, the atmosphere thickening with the arrival of exotic dancers who blurred every boundary of decorum, prominently featuring a trans woman whose presence became the evening's incendiary pivot point. Gabrielle and Dwyane's appetite for boundary-pushing thrills in private isn't exactly breaking news to those who followed their trajectory. Jaguar Wright, the outspoken songstress turned whistleblower, laid bare their penchant for uninhibited escapades years prior, dropping revelations in interviews and tracks that peeled away the vanilla veneer to expose a spicier underbelly, fueling endless speculation about the true temperature of their bedroom dynamics and how it intersects with their public piety. To grasp the full seismic impact of this anniversary implosion, one must rewind through the labyrinthine timeline of the Wade Union, a partnership that captivated fans from its spark in 2008 amid Dwyane's NBA zenith and Gabrielle's rising starlet status, evolving into a power couple archetype that blended athletic glory with cinematic allure. Their engagement in 2013, cemented by that now ominous 12-year marker, was hailed as a beacon of resilience, Dwyane navigating custody battles and career twilight, Gabrielle conquering rom-com residuals and activist cred. Yet beneath the triumphs lurked fissures widened by relentless scrutiny. DL rumors, those insidious undercurrents alleging Dwyane's attractions veered beyond conventional lines, first bubbled up in the early 2010s, whispered in locker rooms and blog comments, dismissed by Gabrielle as homophobic fiction in her 2021 memoir, We're Going to Need More Wine, where she framed their openness as a deliberate choice against shame. Publicly, she clapped back with viral tweets and red carpet poise, but privately, sources now claim, the shielding involved tense summits with PR wizards and selective blind eyes to keep the narrative pristine, a high-wire act that's left her emotionally bankrupt. This latest chapter, however, transcends rumor mill fodder. It's a visceral confrontation that insiders depict with vivid strokes, Gabrielle's eyes narrowing as she pieces together Dwyane's vanishing act amid the party's pulsing rhythm, the trans dancer's silhouette merging with his enshadowed corners, confirmation hitting like a gut punch that propels her from stunned observer to raging force of nature. The party's postmortem paints a scene of abrupt dissolution, laughter curdling into shouts, guests scattering like startled birds, the once vibrant space emptying into an echo chamber of shattered illusions. Divorce buzz isn't hyperbolic fluff. It's substantiated by leaks to outlets like The Shade Room and TMZ precursors, where anonymous allies hint at legal consultations already penciled in, asset freezes on the horizon, and custody chess moves prioritizing their blended brood, Zaya, Kavia, and the extended crew, over romantic salvage. Dwyane's Instagram facade, a masterclass in deflection, deploys algorithms to perfection. Throwback reels of courtside kisses, vacation vignettes with filtered glows, captions dripping empowerment anthems like Through It All, We Rise, timed precisely to drown out dissent. But the Emperor's new clothes unravel under insider scrutiny, their accounts revealing algorithmic anomalies, Gabrielle's grid-skewing solo mom mode, cryptic quotes on boundaries and self-worth, while his persists in duo delusions. Jaguar writes 2021 exposés, revisited in this context, add incendiary layers. Her claims of threesomes, kink explorations, and Dwyane's fluid curiosities weren't mere provocations but prophetic echoes, substantiated by overlapping timelines of their open admissions and podcasts where Gabrielle normalized non-monogamy light, now reframed as prelude to catastrophe. Delving deeper into the cultural ripple effects, this meltdown interrogates celebrity marriage myths, how power imbalances, Dwyane's $170 million empire versus her $40 million hustle, breed resentment, how public defenses ossify into private prisons, and how trans family dynamics, once progressive badges, morph into projection lightning rods. Fans, dissecting every pixel, flood comment sections with told you so vindication, from 50-50 bill splits that screamed transactional to Zaya's transition support questioned as vicarious thrill-seeking. Gabrielle's potential truth drop looms as cultural dynamite. Imagine her on Club Shay Shay or a Netflix special, dissecting DL denials, anniversary atrocities, and the exhaustion of eternal advocacy, flipping victim to victor in real time. Dwyane's peril amplifies, career residuals, endorsement erosion, legacy tarnish, unless he mounts a charm offensive rivaling his 3 NBA rings. The trans element, handled with kid gloves here, underscores broader tensions, not judgment on identities, but the optics of entanglement in marital collapse, echoing Jaguars they get down without moralizing, focusing instead on consent fractures and boundary breaches at sacred milestones. Anniversary parties, culturally sacrosanct, amplify the villainy. Cheating amid confetti equates to sacrilege, a betrayal etched in champagne flutes and forgotten cakes. Insiders, celeb wild, descriptor evokes Beyoncé's partition, vibes gone rogue. Dancers not mere entertainment, but catalysts for chaos. The trans performer's role a narrative fulcrum that reignites every prior scandal thread. Gabrielle's evolution arc, from Bring It On firebrand to woke matriarch, positions her as the phoenix in waiting, shedding codependence, reclaiming agency, perhaps channeling pain into shades of blue, sequels, or empowerment brands. Dwyane, post-hoops icon turned mogul dad, risks reduction to tabloid punchline unless redemption narratives pivot fast, therapy testimonials, solo parenting spotlights, or Zaya advocacy amplifications. Their spicy history, per right, humanizes without excusing, couples explore, but public vows demand discretion, a line allegedly obliterated. In this expanded lens, the implosion isn't mere gossip fodder but a microcosm of fame's fragility, where 12 years of optics crumble under one night's truth serum. Whispers evolve to roars, divorce from murmur to motion, Gabrielle from guardian to gladiator. Dwyane's paradise posts, digital smoke screens dissolving in dawn's harsh light. The real toast now? To her impending liberation, whatever form it takes. The facade cracked wide open once they ventured past the front rooms, revealing a chaotic scene in the Wade residence. Grown men and younger guys, every last one buck naked, turning the vibe downright unhinged. It's almost comical watching Gabrielle call out Boozy from her perch, when their own anniversary soiree devolved into that exact brand of wildness. No shock there. Escalation hit fast when Dwyane Wade reportedly slipped out with a trans exotic dancer for some private indulgence, if you catch the drift. Gabrielle Union allegedly busted him mid-act, pants metaphorically and maybe literally down, unleashing a fury that killed the party on the spot. From the fallout, their union looks teetering on collapse, echoing long-simmering whispers of Dwyane's infidelity and those persistent DL entanglements. Now that she's witnessed it firsthand, no more caping for him. Her loyalties evaporated, and insiders bet the marriage won't outlast the headlines. Gabrielle's defense game has been faltering for years, though right after their engagement, one of his rumored side pieces spilled publicly. I've had my run with Dwyane, dude's a beast between the sheets, but zero keeper material like Gabrielle treats him. He hooks up constantly, jets folks in and out, no Michelle and Brock fairy tale here. They stage those perfect couple pics whenever smoke rises, Either she's willfully blind or playing a deeper game, but that expose alone should have been exit music. Still, she planted her feet firm, swatting away tales of him topping or bottoming on the low. Layer on rumors he barely respects her, cheating with men aside. Treatment's been suspect, like that interview bombshell where she admitted they split bills 50-50, drawing fan side eyes for the baller gone basic. That financial setup left fans scratching their heads and side-eyeing hard, given Dwyane's towering $170 million net worth dwarfs Gabrielle's $40 million, over 4 times the gap, yet they cling to a rigid 50-50 split. Critics puzzle over why he'd skimp on covering more, considering the disparity, but Dwyane later unpacked the origin in an interview. Gabrielle demanded equality after he offhandedly called their Miami pad "my house" during a spat, triggering her sense of insecurity. She locked eyes and declared, "Never utter that again, it's ours," insisting on co-owning their LA spot outright to erase any ownership vibes. This dynamic fuels speculation he's masking deeper truths, like using her as cover while dodging traditional provider roles or fairer bill shares. No wonder exhaustion hit Gabrielle. Fast forward to 2023, when blog The Shade Room clocked Dwyane huddled intimately for hours with someone, not her, prompting her cryptic Instagram drop. When clarity, truth, and transparency align, evolution follows. Her recent Snapchat, snapped with just their daughter, "I do anything for her peace," skips the other kids, while tipsters note Dwyane's solo parent posts. Whispers suggest a Will and Jada-style split. Separate paths, united facade for optics. The plot thickened relentlessly with jaw-dropping revelations. That mysterious lady, spotted cozying up to Dwyane, turned out to be a male crossdresser, not some fleeting female fling. A detail that insiders say Gabrielle had clocked long before, aware of his repeated rendezvous that chipped away at her tolerance for the ongoing masquerade. Exhausted by the endless pretense of marital harmony amid these clandestine escapades, she made a bold statement by slipping off her engagement ring, signaling a short-lived but very real separation that close sources swiftly verified through leaked whispers to entertainment watchdogs, marking a rare crack in their united front that sent shockwaves through fan circles and gossip mills alike. Dwyane, ever the strategist from his basketball glory days, didn't let the moment slip. He launched a full-court press of reconciliation, pulling her back into the fold through intensive counseling sessions that promised renewal and deeper introspection, temporarily papering over the fissures with vows of growth and mutual accountability. Yet, those fragile repairs couldn't hold forever, as familiar fault lines reemerged with a vengeance, fueling rampant online theories that Dwyane might be sublimating his own unexpressed desires through the public championing of their trans daughter Zaya, born male at birth, but embracing her identity as female from the tender age of 3, a journey he's vocally celebrated in interviews and family announcements. He frames her path with unwavering conviction, declaring to the world, "She's known this truth for 9 solid years. It's undeniably her reality, her life to live unapologetically," positioning himself as the progressive patriarch breaking barriers in a conservative sports world still grappling with fluidity. Fans, however, dissect this narrative with skeptical precision, wondering aloud if his fervent advocacy veers into uncomfortable territory of projection, especially when cross-referenced against his own candid admissions of youthful experimentation, raiding his sister's closets as a kid to slip into heels, dresses, and makeup, prompting that pivotal family what if stare down with Gabrielle where buried curiosities bubbled to the surface. This undercurrent gained explosive traction when his ex-wife, Sio Von Funches, leveled pointed accusations in legal filings and public statements, claiming Dwyane wasn't driven by selfless parental love, but by cold opportunism, allegedly positioning Zaya's name and gender transition as a lucrative pivot for high-profile brand deals, including rumored Disney partnerships that could monetize her story through endorsements, media tie-ins, and marketing blitzes tailored to woke consumerism. She painted a picture of potential coercion, warning that financial incentives might be pressuring a minor into accelerated changes for profit margins rather than organic self-discovery, a charge that ignited custody war flashbacks and polarized public opinion between those hailing Wade as an ally and detractors branding it exploitative theater. These allegations layered atop Dwyane's DL history. Those persistent whispers of down-low liaisons with men craft a composite portrait of a man wrestling internal demons in plain sight, his over-the-top support for Zaya reframed by cynics as vicarious living, a safe proxy for urges he's long repressed to safeguard his heteronormative image, NBA legacy, and family empire. Gabrielle's role in this tangled web adds poignant depth. Her initial ring removal was an impulsive theater, but a weary exhale after years of navigating these shadows. From crossdresser sightings to counseling marathons that felt more like damage control than true healing. Insiders describe her brief split as a soul-searching interlude, where solitude clarified the toll of complicity, defending a narrative that no longer served her evolution toward uncompromised authenticity. Dwyane's pullback succeeded short-term through charisma and therapy tropes, but Zaya theories eroded trust anew, fans flooding TikToks and Twitter threads with timelines linking his kids' stories to personal anecdotes, questioning if support masked deeper identifications he's hinted at but never fully unpacked. Culturally, this saga spotlights fraud intersections, parental allyship versus projection pitfalls, celebrity privacy versus profit motives, and the high stakes of family fluidity under fame's microscope. Siobhan's Prophet claims echo broader debates on trans youth monetization, pitting empowerment against exploitation fears, while Dwyane's cross-dressing confessions humanize without excusing, inviting empathy for a public figure's private flux. For Gabrielle, it's the straw camelback moment in a marriage riddled with these echoes, her fatigue palpable in selective social posts favoring solo parenting over couple optics. As divorce drums beat louder, this twist cluster doesn't just complicate, it humanizes the headlines, revealing how suppressed truths ricochet across generations, forcing reckonings no amount of counseling can fully contain. Ultimately, anniversary fallout sealed it. Years of infidelity buzz, DL shadows, and backstage tension erupted, leaving Gabrielle over the pretense. Sources peg a post-holiday divorce reveal. Her defense is shattered. No more shielding, just raw resolve. Dwyane's lovey-dovey posts ring hollow. If she unloads publicly, the blast radius hits nuclear,